My coach chose his nephew over me, and I got to see the nepotism backfire. My coach told me that they were not bringing me in for the next season. What he didn't mention was that I'd been his starting point guard for 3 years, team captain since junior year. My whole future depended on those 3 games. I even got my jersey number tattooed on my shoulder, 23, the same number my dad wore when he played. But when Coach Miller called me into his office that Monday morning, he couldn't even look me in the eye, just stared at his desk, shuffling the same papers over and over, clicking his pen repeatedly like he always did when he was nervous. My nephew, Keith, just transferred from Preston Prep. He needs stability right now. I just nodded quietly, even though my chest felt like it was caving in. Whatever's best for the team, I said. He seemed shocked I wasn't arguing. Probably expected me to beg, maybe cry like Johnson did when he got cut last year. Instead, I cleaned out my locker in complete silence, folded my practice gear with the same precision I used for my pre-game rituals, left my jersey hanging on the hook, the one with the captain's patch my mom had sewn on herself. Keith was already in the gym wearing my number, running my plays, using my parking spot. That afternoon, I drove across town to our biggest rival school, hands shaking the whole way. Their star player had just torn his knee at a party trying to dunk on a lowered rim. Coach Thompson nearly fell over when I walked in. "You serious?" he asked, already reaching for transfer paperwork before I even finished explaining. 2 days later, I was practicing with my new team, wearing number 5 because my number was already taken. Strange faces, different plays, but hungry eyes that reminded me why I loved basketball. First game in the new uniform, I played the best game of my life against the defending state champions, the same team that had destroyed us last year. The gym erupted when I made the winning shot with 2 seconds left, strangers chanting my name like I'd been there forever. Meanwhile, my buddy Julian kept me updated on my old team through texts and videos that got progressively worse. Keith was terrible, missing easy shots, messing up basic plays, trying to do too much. He kept trying to show off instead of playing smart, hogging the ball when he should pass. They lost all 3 games the scouts came to watch, each one worse than the last. Julian sent videos of parents booing, actually booing high school kids, demanding Coach Miller's head, organizing angry meetings with the principal about ruining our kids' futures. The local newspaper wrote about their shocking collapse and questionable coaching decisions, using words like nepotism and betrayal of trust. Keith had apparently gotten into a screaming match with teammates during practice, throwing the ball at the wall, then cried in the locker room when they lost by 40 to a team we'd beaten easily last year. Parents were pulling their kids from the program. 4 starters requested transfers to other schools. The assistant coach quit mid-season, posted on social media that he couldn't support nepotism over merit, and refused to watch good kids get destroyed for family politics. By January, my new team had become unstoppable, winning game after game, breaking school records that had stood for decades. I was playing better than ever, had turned their worst season in years into something magical. 3 major universities had offered me full scholarships, coaches flying in personally to meet my mom, sitting at our kitchen table, eating her cookies and promising to take care of me. A national scout flew in just to watch me practice, took me to dinner afterward to discuss my professional potential and how I see the court like a veteran. ESPN's high school basketball website featured me twice, calling me the comeback story of the year. My new teammates actually trusted each other, worked together, wanted to win more than they wanted personal glory. We were ranked 3rd in the state, first time in the school's history, and the whole town was electric with possibility. The local news did a feature on our miracle season, interviewing me about second chances and finding where you belong. Then came the state tournament semifinals. The bracket had us facing my old school. Walking into that familiar gym felt surreal. Coach Miller tried approaching me during warm-ups, actually grabbing my arm near the water fountain. "Listen, I made a terrible mistake. The boosters are furious, threatening to pull funding. Keith's probably quitting basketball entirely. Please, just hear me out. I'll write you any recommendation letter you need." I pulled my arm away. "Good luck tonight, coach." Keith was benched, sitting in street clothes after going scoreless in 3 straight games, scrolling through his phone on the bench. Their own crowd was holding signs asking why their best player was wearing the rival school's colors. We won by 35. The handshake line was painful. My old teammates whispering congratulations, some even saying, "We miss you." Coach Miller gripped my hand for a bit longer than normal. State championship game. We took it all. The trophy felt heavier than I'd imagined, confetti falling in the wrong colors I'd dreamed about since freshman year.